Once upon a time in the small town of Willowbrook, nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, lived a curious and adventurous boy named Oliver. Willowbrook was known for its tranquility, with its tight-knit community and scenic landscapes. However, it was also home to a mysterious cave that few dared to explore. Oliver, being the adventurous soul he was, often found himself drawn to the cave's entrance. The townsfolk warned against entering, claiming it was cursed or haunted. But Oliver's curiosity overpowered his fear, and one day, armed with a small lantern and a heart full of courage, he ventured into the dark abyss. The cave was damp and echoed with the sound of dripping water. As Oliver delved deeper, he stumbled upon an iridescent crystal, emanating a soft, otherworldly glow. Its beauty captivated him, and as he reached out to touch it, a surge of energy pulsed through him. To his surprise, the crystal granted him visions of the future. Scenes unfolded before his eyes, revealing events that were yet to pass. Overwhelmed with this newfound power, Oliver's mind raced with possibilities. He decided to keep his discovery a secret, uncertain of how the world would react to his ability. Days turned into weeks, and Oliver's visions became more vivid and detailed. He saw glimpses of political figures and world events, but one vision, in particular, stood out. He saw a future president of the United States involved in corrupt practices, diverting taxpayers' money to another country and funneling it through intricate schemes to benefit his family. The weight of this revelation pressed heavily on Oliver's young shoulders. Unable to contain the truth, he decided to confide in his parents, hoping they would guide him on how to handle such knowledge. Late one evening, Oliver gathered his courage and approached his father, a wise and level-headed man named Thomas, in the family's cozy living room. His mother, Eleanor, was sewing by the fire, the warm glow casting shadows on the walls. "Father," Oliver began, "I need to tell you something important. Something I've discovered in the cave." Thomas looked up from his book, concern etched on his face. "What is it, my son? You know you can tell me anything." Oliver hesitated for a moment before revealing the crystal and its powers. He described the visions he had seen, especially the unsettling prophecy about the future president. Thomas listened intently, his brow furrowed. Eleanor, sensing the gravity of the situation, set aside her sewing and joined the conversation. "Oliver, are you sure these visions are accurate?" Thomas asked, trying to grasp the magnitude of what his son was telling him. "Yes, Father. The crystal has shown me many things, and I believe we need to be prepared for what might happen," Oliver replied, his eyes reflecting a mix of determination and concern. Thomas exchanged a worried glance with Eleanor. While they believed in their son's sincerity, the idea of a president engaging in such corruption seemed far-fetched. "Oliver, my boy," Thomas began cautiously, "the future is a complex and unpredictable thing. People have the power to change, and events can take unexpected turns. I understand your concern, but we must approach this with caution. Jumping to conclusions based on visions may lead to unnecessary panic." Oliver, undeterred, insisted on the accuracy of his visions. "Father, I can't ignore what I've seen. We need to be vigilant and take steps to prevent this future from becoming a reality." Thomas sighed, torn between trusting his son and the skepticism that reality often demanded. "Oliver, we will keep an eye on the world events as they unfold, but we must also remember that prophecies are not set in stone. People can change, and circumstances can alter the course of history." Days turned into weeks, and Oliver's predictions remained at the forefront of his mind. He diligently followed the news, watching political developments with a discerning eye. As time passed, the visions began to fade, replaced by the ebb and flow of everyday life. One day, as the family gathered for dinner, a news report caught their attention. The presidential elections were nearing, and one candidate, Samuel Harlan, was gaining popularity. The visions flashed before Oliver's eyes once again, causing a knot to form in his stomach. "Father, it's him. Samuel Harlan is the one I saw in my visions," Oliver whispered, his voice trembling. Thomas exchanged a concerned look with Eleanor. "Oliver, we must approach this calmly and rationally. Elections are not always indicative of someone's character. Let's keep a watchful eye and see how things unfold." As the election progressed, Samuel Harlan emerged victorious. Oliver's anxiety grew, fearing the vision of corruption would come to pass. The new president took office, and the nation held its breath, waiting to see if Oliver's prophecy would be realized. Months turned into years, and Samuel Harlan's presidency unfolded without any immediate signs of corruption. The family began to relax, attributing Oliver's visions to the uncertainties of the future. However, just as they had let their guard down, whispers of financial impropriety began to circulate. Reports surfaced of taxpayer money being redirected to foreign accounts and funneled through shell companies. Oliver's heart sank as he watched the events unfold, realizing the prophecy was coming true. One evening, as the family gathered in the living room once more, news broke of a scandal involving President Harlan and his family. The accusations mirrored Oliver's visions with chilling accuracy. Thomas and Eleanor exchanged somber glances, realizing the gravity of their son's gift. "Father, I told you. The crystal showed me the truth," Oliver said, his voice filled with a mix of sadness and vindication. Thomas, humbled by the turn of events, placed a hand on Oliver's shoulder. "My son, I underestimated the power of your visions. We must now use this knowledge responsibly and work towards a better future. Let this be a lesson for us all. The future is not set in stone, but our actions today can shape what lies ahead." The family decided to share Oliver's story with a trusted few, urging them to remain vigilant and act with integrity. As the scandal unfolded on the national stage, the town of Willowbrook became a symbol of resilience and foresight. In the end, President Harlan faced the consequences of his actions, and the nation learned from the mistakes of the past. Oliver's gift, once seen as a burden, became a catalyst for positive change. The crystal, returned to its resting place in the cave, continued to hold the secrets of the future, waiting for the next adventurer who dared to uncover its mysteries. And so, the story of Oliver and the crystal became a tale of wisdom, caution, and the enduring belief that even in the face of uncertainty, the choices we make today can shape a better tomorrow.